It is 1,700 miles long on paper anyway, and 3 feet wide. It would bisect the nation, which it's already split between economic hopes and environmental fears. And as big and controversial as it is, the proposed Keystone XL oil pipeline is undercovered. Here's the plan. Connect the oil sands of Alberta, Canada with the refineries of southeast Texas. In between, of course, are millions of farms and forests, rivers and streams, which no one wants to see covered in oil. But there also are millions of Americans who need jobs. And TransCanada, the project's owner, says Keystone XL will put 20,000 Americans to work. You may have seen pictures of the anti-pipeline protests. This one got Daryl Hannah arrested outside the White House. If President Obama missed them, he certainly knows that there is a backlash. Here he is yesterday in Denver trying to talk student loans.
All right. Thank you, guys. We're looking at it right now. All right, no decision's been made, and I know your deep concern about it, so we will address it.
Since the pipeline would cross U.S. borders, addressing it is up to Hillary Clinton. The State Department gets the final say after a series of public hearings and an environmental impact study that pipeline opponents say was fixed. That's because TransCanada picked the firm, and a TransCanada lobbyist is a former campaign aide to Clinton. See how this works? I'm joined now by Steve Hargreaves, a senior writer for CNNMoney.com. And Steve, this story certainly isn't undercovered by you. So tell us what the pipeline would mean for U.S. oil imports if it's built.
Well, it would mean a lot of new oil. The pipeline would essentially double oil imports coming from Canada's oil sands into the U.S. Right now, we consume about 1 million barrels a day. The pipeline would add about 700,000 to that, so it's a lot of oil.
And in terms of environmental concerns, I mean, these concerns go beyond the potential leaks in a pipeline, right? We're talking about something called tar sands here. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, correct. The oil comes from, in Alberta, they have oil sands or tar sands, and it's a heavier form of oil, and it's basically kind of like a tar mixed with the sand. And in order to extract it, you either have to mine it like a big open pit mine, you have to use traditional oil drilling techniques, but with the addition of heat. So what it all means is that they're a little bit dirtier than a traditional form of oil. Estimates are that they produce anywhere from 5 to 30% more greenhouse gases on a sort of a well-to-wheel basis than traditional oil does. So that's what has a lot of people concerned. They don't like the additional pollution that would be associated with expanding production from these oil sands.
And I'm sure that in your reporting, you've probably talked with many analysts about this. I mean, do they think that this pipeline will get U.S. approval?
Well, yeah, ultimately, you know, it's an election year, and it will create a lot of jobs, and it will be a lot of money, and Americans are concerned about energy, they're concerned about energy independence, they're concerned about high gasoline prices. So to vote, to limit the amount of oil coming into this country, especially coming into it from a place like Canada, it would be a very difficult thing for Obama to do while facing what's going to be a tough re-election. So most analysts, yes, they do expect it will be built.
And when will we have that final decision, do you think?
Well, it's a long process. The State Department just finished up some public hearings on it. They have a few more hearings to do. I think a decision is expected by the end of the year.
All right, Steve Hargreaves, appreciate it and appreciate your reporting on that, what we think is an undercovered issue. Thank you.